Hello and welcome to the Mix Air Rap Podcast. I'm your host, DJ B Wise. This is a podcast we talk about hip hop from boom bap to trap. Family, we back at it again. Tonight, we have a good one for you. Y'all know what just happened. Kanye, yay, Yeezus has given us his blessing of a new album, and we're getting ready to do our stream or no stream of Ye's new project, Bully Volume One. Before we get into that, you know I gotta holler at my main man, my dude, is my man. Kev is in the building. Kev, how's it going?
It's a great day, great night. Just excited, just to be back and really dig into this album and this topic to see what other people think also.
Yeah, bro, that's what's up, man. So I want to start off. We got to do this track listing, giving a little bit of general information about it. The project is 45 minutes and 12 seconds. As of now, it only was released on YouTube. I don't know if it was released anywhere else, but as of right now, there are 3,185,115 views, and that's in what, 2 days, 1 day? When did this drop, Kev?
It dropped. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was So it was 3 point. It's close to 3.2 in a day,
Yeah,
which is good. I think we can assume that maybe 20% was repeat listeners.
yeah.
But I think overall it was a legit, you know,
I say a
3 million,
solid 3 million easy
a
in one
solid three
day.
million a day, which is in today's time is great. I mean, it's phenomenal just to knock out numbers like that, even with the repeat listeners. I think people are somewhat hesitant to want to listen to it, but then you got also the people who might have took one or two spins of it and want to hear the feedback to kind of see if they missed something or they should give it another listen. So it wouldn't surprise me by the middle of the week if it's over 5 million, which is cause for Kanye to really talk his stuff again and even more, which it's not like he needs an excuse to really brag on himself.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who listen to it multiple times. I think I'm in my 4.5 times I've listened to it so far. I want to dive pretty deep into this track, into this project, just because some of the stuff sounded familiar and then just some of it was brilliant. So let's get into it. I want to give you, it's only 10 tracks, but I want to give the names of each track. And again, this is Ye's project Bully Volume 1. The first track is Preacher's Man. Second track is Can't Hurry Love. Third track is White Lines. Fourth track, Circles. Fifth track, Bully. Sixth track, Last Breath. That one is featuring Peso Puma, and then or Peso Puma, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Number 7 is Beauty and the Beast. Number 8, this one here. Number 9, Highs and Lows. And then the final track on it is Melrose. And now we're gonna get into it. I'd like to go, we don't have to specifically go Kev, track by track, but I want to know your overall thoughts of each track just independently. And as we go along, I'll try to throw in some little things here that I was able to jot down, like starting with Preacher Man. This was from the Vulture 2 release party that he did in China, if you remember that. So that was interesting.
Oh man, I'll say this: if you take out the features, I would like this album better. It was like you know I wasn't expecting a lot, but at the same time, it was. I think it's one of the things that in pop culture today is we miss the old Kanye, and you got a glimpse of that with Bully, I believe. So as I'm hitting at the end of track 2, I'm like, okay, This is flowing well. I didn't look at the track list until I was done. So I was like, if he could just do keep this going, no features, I can kind of blindly accept the outside noise. But overall, I liked it. Overall, I liked it. Like I said, I could do without the features. I think it would have been a better album without the features. But that's the headspace he's in now. So he's going to have two or three features, which he had. But I just think that he's at a point in his career where you look at the outside antics and it's kind of like, are we tired of Kanye, or can Kanye still generate a buzz? And we see the 3 million in a day, so he can generate the buzz. But what about the antics? Can we get rid of the antics when you still putting out good music?
Oh man, Kev, I don't know, man. I think that this is where we are. He's boiled down to um I don't know. I want to get a couple more tracks in, just a little info on a couple more tracks before I delve into what my real, my I'll wait till my overall thoughts. I'm trying to give this project as much grace as possible. A man of a certain age. Now, I do not agree with Kev on the features. Let me tell you why. He limited the features, and he is so into what Ty Dolla is doing these days and what Playboy Cardi is doing, their whole vibe, that I just couldn't see him doing this project. Now, maybe Peso Puma, maybe, yeah, we could have done without that. But in general, he really and then consequence, he even, so the people that he has on this project are people that he has around him all the time. And for him not to at least have one track with them on there, I think would be a disservice to what he's done over the last 4 or 5 projects. That's the only
I
reason I
don't
would
think so.
disagree.
I don't think so. I think that we're he's a sample heavy artist now.
Hmm.
Like, you got to think, Vultures, him and Ty Dolla Sign, they had features on there. Vultures 2 features was on there. What was that? What was the album? Oh God, I gotta put up his discography. The one he did where he had Donda. Donda had a feature on every song.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Yes.
like, what 808s and Heartbreaks might have been the last album that didn't have a whole bunch of features on it. If I'm not mistaken, well, maybe Jesus. I don't think Jesus and or Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I can do without the
Um,
features, man. I seriously could do without all the features. Like, I just think
Jesus
that
did not have a lot of features on it.
okay.
So I guess it would be Yeezus, My Dark Twisted Fantasy. I don't know. I'm looking at Dark Twisted Fantasy. He had a bunch of yeah, he had a bunch of no, so
Yeah, he had
he's
a bunch.
always had a lot of features. Now I'm looking at Dark Twisted Fantasy. Most people would say it's one of his greatest. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. What people would say was probably his greatest album because it crossed him over into the youth and took him out of the hardcore golden era people and
But
brought him into the next generation. So that's all I would say is that now that I'm looking at the discography, even let's take a peek at 808s and Heartbreaks.
I mean, yeah, I
Not as
look.
many features, but it still had a few features. But the one that Mark Dark Twisted Fantasy, which again people say is one of his greatest projects, I would say has a heavy amount of features.
I don't know. I could have just did me personally. I could have did 5 or 6 songs just him,
Yeah.
and I think that would have been a lot better. Now, granted, it was only 40 minutes, and that 45 minutes, it went fast. It
Yes.
didn't even seem that long,
No.
and it's a good. I mean, it's an enjoyable listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so hard to say that about Kanye because of the antics and because of you know what he just did like a day or two before he released his album.
Yes.
He was on a rampage and then boom, here's this album. Now it's like, are we supposed to forget what you just called somebody's kids? You just talk bad about somebody's kids. and it's tough. It's tough. It's tough, and I had to block out all of his tweets in order to really get his album a chance. Um, but are people really going to do that though? Like, I mean, 3 million, it's a lot. It's a lot, and you said you listened to it 3 times, so I don't know what the average listener really did with this, but I don't know. I don't know. Overall, I liked it. Overall, I liked it, and I could, like I said, I could have did without the features.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally with you. What I would say is he is in this situation where it is for him, it's about there is no bad publicity, and that his rollout for the last two projects, maybe three projects, has been in this way. And I'm starting to think that whoever's in his camp is co-signing on this role type of rollout. Um, it's disappointing, it's disheartening, it's sad. But again, when I get to my overall thoughts about this project, you'll get where I'm going with this. I also want to go on to some of these the White Lines track. That was literally made for this so-called Bully Volume One album. But the rest of this stuff, man, I'm looking at it here. This was Bully. That was a sample from the System Overdrive instrumental, and then you had another one that was released already. That was Last Breath. That's the one with Peso Puma. That was from the private RSVP private party that was after the Grammys in LA. So he had already put that out as far as let people hear that. Then you had another track that he played in the Vultures 2 released event that was in China, and that was Beauty and the Beast. And then you had this one here, which he did for the Burberry after party that was in London. So again, I don't know. I'm on a wave as far as what's going on with this particular project. Then you had your highs and lows. That was previewed at the a Switzerland private party, and fortunately, that had a wonderful sample. And I think it's I don't want to mess the title up, but I think it's Soleil Soleil, and it's by some this French artist named Pume or Poom. I don't know how to do it. And then finally, you got Melrose. Now, Melrose, of everything that was put out, has it was made for this particular project, and it has the most substance, but it was the weakest track. That's in my opinion. Yeah,
Let's do this. I even though I liked it, I didn't. I think the track listing was bad, so I can agree with you on the last song not being great. But I think if it was placed in a different part of the album, it wouldn't have been so bad.
I think if he just would have flip flop highs and lows, if that song would have came before highs and lows, he wins. Highs and lows was such a nice vibe that I think that would have been a very nice way. Plus, the feature was very nice. I'm not feature. I'm sorry. The sample was so
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
that
I mean,
I
I agree with you. That last song was my least favorite.
yeah.
Um, but we talk about this a lot. We talk about track listings and tempos when you put these albums together, and that's a song that I think if you'd have put it in the third spot, what highs and lows was what 4 or 5? No, highs and lows was 9. If you'd have put this at the fourth spot, it would have fit. It would have fit a lot better. Because what the which one was the feature? The other feature. The other feature's at is 6, I think. You could have put both of those back to back in the middle of the album, and I think it would have sounded better. I mean, honestly, I think right after that third song, I was in this groove. I was in a zone that I could have took a low at that point. You know, I could have took a low, and it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. I don't think it would have affected it that much. But yeah, that's it though, and that's a shock to me. That's a shock because Kanye normally he normally puts the songs together just right. So that song at the end just didn't fit. It ain't fit at all.
We'll give him credit on the fact that he was coherent enough with this project that he did a decent job of track of the track sequencing, being that we are only complaining about one track. So I'm gonna give him that. And again, when we get to our overall thoughts, I will come back to the entire project and just, I'm trying to hold off. I want this to be informative. We don't normally jump on projects this quick, but it's yay. It's yay. Why not? Why not jump on it and it's short. We were able to consume it very quickly, and I think we're going to try to give you the best reaction to the project. And maybe next week we may jump on live and try to talk about some of the tracks while the music is on TikTok Live. So look out for that. We sure appreciate you guys as always. I want to move on to production because I thought that this was a highlight or a hot spot as far as this project was concerned. I thought he did it all by himself, but he did have some help. Do want to say that on the first track, he did have a little help with the writing by with Young Moose, but overall, most of this was produced purely by him, except for when he got to Last Breath. That also had he had help with that one. And then in this one here had James Blake, No Day helped him on that one. And then on the last one, Melrose, he had OG Volta and the Lab Cook that helped him on that one. So again, uh what I will say about Melrose, and also throwing this, that he wanted this to be known that this was an ode to his sexual fulfillment. That's what that particular track was about. So I appreciate him actually letting go and giving someone else an opportunity to, shall I say, take the steering wheel, because he may have helped with the production on this, but he did not. He obviously gave credit to other people, as well as he was not the only artist on that track. So I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that. Kev, what did you think about the production overall on this project?
Overall, I enjoyed it. It wouldn't surprise me if some of these songs were older than a year. It didn't feel like 2023 or 24 Kanye West. It felt a lot like uh pre 2016, maybe before. Stuff he was doing maybe like at least 10 years ago. It felt like that a little bit more. But overall, I think it didn't it even though I'm saying it sounded somewhat dated. I don't really mean in fact it sounded dated. It didn't sound like current Kanye, which I think I enjoyed it more because it was something different. It was just, you know, you didn't have a lot of auto tune, a lot of spaced out beats, or anything like that. I am surprised that what 10 songs you had two featured producers. I don't know. I don't know if no one helped him out, or is it just this stuff he had stored in the stash. But to see him producing his own stuff again, uh with very little assistance, I think I like it. I like it because Kanye recently has been, I guess I don't want to say compared to two, but him and Drake have kind of been in that same zone where it's a lot of names attached to their songs, but to see like, you know, one or four isn't too bad. And maybe Kanye can come back and really challenge for a top five spot in today's landscape.
I don't know, man. I'm not going to say. Again, this is a vibe. I would even say that this is probably a part of his last hurrah, as far as a artist that is can knock down numbers and keep people aware. Again, when we get further into our overall thoughts on this stream or no stream of Kanye West's Bully Volume One, I think that you'll get what I'm saying. I'm trying not to give too much away. I also want to say that I like the fact again that he did allow some other people to help him on production. We know he has people who gives him inspiration on as far as writing or as far as words are concerned, lyrics. But I do want to say that as far as when it comes to production, he's usually pretty much his stuff only. But so this was a good effort at that. I like you said, I believe that a lot of these tracks, not a lot, I would say at least 4 or 5 of these tracks are older than the project itself. I mean, it's already. I mean, looking at the releases of these, like the Vultures 2 project, that probably was made for Vultures 1, you know, but it got carried over into Vultures 2. The track didn't make it. Um, we don't know, which Grammy after party. Was it this year's Grammy party that some of these tracks were made, or was it last year's Grammy party? And if he previewed it at last year's Grammy party, then he probably made it almost 2 years ago, made the track. We don't know. Like you said, he may have cleared out the vault. I just know that I think he needed to get some things off of his chest, and this was a way for him to do it and to have cover of night by this project. So, last but not least, I definitely want to give our overall thoughts and stream or no stream of Kanye's project. Yay, excuse me, I'm a man of a certain age. Ye's project, Bully Volume 1. I'm going to let Kev go first, and I'm going to jump in with my thought process, and let's see how we can close this off. Kev, take it away.
I'll give my score, then I'll do it overall. Overall, it's a stream for me. Like I said, man, it's an album that flowed real well. It was a familiar sound that I think a lot of fans enjoy from Kanye West. To hear it again sounds great, and it shows that he has it in him to kind of give the fans a little bit of what they've been asking for. I think the real question is it uh too late for it? Who knows? Um it's he has these series that he likes to run now. So if there's a bully, if this is Bully Volume 1, is he going to make adjustments to Bully Volume 1? So it's like you said earlier, man, it's kind of hard to talk about because he'll edit that. He can edit an album 2 3 times before he's happy with it. But you already released it though. So right now it's a good album right now. We'll see what how it goes as far as the fans' reaction, the critics' reactions, and his response to those reactions. But uh I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed it, but what's next is so hard to say.
My man, I appreciate you on that. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, my family. Kanye has been instrumental to rap music over the last 20 years, 20 or plus years. Unfortunately, over the last 10 to 11 to 12 years, we have seen him spiral into a different thing. Um, he is a genius. The samples that he used on this project, hopefully they were cleared. The beat patterns, the melodies, all of it. This was a very pleasant album to listen to. As far as the lyrics are concerned, It was a lot of toxicity. I'm pretty sure he was talking about Kim Kardashian West in a lot of these tracks. That's the disappointing part, is that there are people who have touched him in his life that will always be very hard for him to get over. And the mother of his children, excuse me, the mother of his children, that's going to be a hard one to get over. His mother, Donda West, passing abruptly, that is something that's very hard to get over. I'm not going to call the man crazy. We do know he does have some struggles with mental issues, but that he's living his life. And again, the production on this project shows that when in his best spaces, he can produce the type of material that is legendary. These beats were Jay Dilla type beats, as far as not because Jay Dilla's boom bap. I'm saying that they're beats that will last forever, that he can put those beats behind somebody else's words and people will still love it. I just, I'm in a tough space due to the toxicity of the lyrics and the beauty of the music, because I think this is, one of his last hurrahs. I'm going to make it a stream. I think you should go out and stream this, listen to it, see where he is. You don't have to be like me. I like to go on the Genius and read the words, and that can scare you. But if you just like hearing him, he did not have a lot of auto tunes on this one, but he did have quite a bit. Not a lot, but he had a bit, and it's still enjoyable. I think again, he for this new era of melody based um, rap, it is what it is. He ushered this in. He and T Pain ushered in this era of melody based rap. God bless them and keep them. It's just not for an old head like me. I was listening to La Russell the other day and was like, whoa, that is bringing back real hip hop. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to keep rambling. Again, stream from me, stream from Kev. It is. That's what's up. And that was our stream or no stream of Kanye Ye's new project, Bully Volume 1. And with that, man, we are out of here. Peace.